Good morning, everyone. Today on Riding with Russell. Feel the energy. So back in 2006 was the first time I rode in Post, Texas, and Cole kind of invited me out. I was making a trip maybe out west, I think, to go race the National Enduro in California. And I had never really ridden much in Texas, maybe a race or so before, but first time in Post. We got the epic conditions, so it was awesome treatment the first time, just brownie mixed dirt, you know, with some crazy just terrain that, you know, it would just shoot up out of the ground out of nowhere. And man, it was a good time. We had a blast.
It's 42 degrees outside. Going for a mountain bike ride before the guests get in tomorrow. Been doing bike work all day. Gotta go exercise some before we finish up the bike work. Oh, and Bobbit says we're doing intervals, so this should be very interesting. By interesting, I mean not fun.
That hurts. It's not a great idea. We are out in the plains of Lubbock, Texas, getting blown around, trying to get a little sweat on, and fighting this wind and these loose rocks over here.
Okay, we did four 3-minute intervals and 1 5-minute intervals.
They were intervals. Lots of intervals in the wind.
Lots of intervals, and now we got to ride back home in the wind and finish working on bikes.
So it's Thursday, and that's generally the day when a lot of our participants start showing up and getting in. And Cole and I are just gonna, you know, finish loading up the trailer. We're gonna make some runs to the grocery store, go fill up all our gas cans, and do some final checks over some things. But really, we got everything in place. We're ready for the first tour of the year, and man, we're about to have a good time.
We just picked up 3 of our participants for this weekend. Starting to set up the bikes, and then we're gonna check out the local dealership in town. But Cole's over here chatting with them. Whew, getting some bikes set up.
So I grew up riding at my family's place in Post, and it wasn't until I was 12 or so where we'd ride where we do the Gnarly Routes tour. I grew up riding on ranch roads because it was a lot easier. The pasture that we ride for the tours is the rough country, and it's got very sharp elevation change, a lot of sandy riverbeds, really loose soil. But somehow we got lucky. We've had snow the last week, and then freezing rain earlier this week. It's gonna be just 3 days of great traction. And you know, it's a beautiful place, but as any motorcycle rider knows, when there's moisture in the ground, it just makes the fun factor go through the roof. So I'm looking forward to spending time with the 5 guests that we have.
Early morning, 25 degrees. Here we are, morning of day 1. We're getting ready to go ride. We got a group of 5 people. It's freezing, probably I think 25 degrees right now. So we're gonna try to stay warm. We got some hot hands, but I don't know. We're gonna have to do some brakes, put our hands on the exhaust, and try and make it through this freezing morning. I'm trying to thaw out these digits.
It's 26 degrees outside, first Gnarly Routes tour of the year. Tomorrow it's supposed to be 70 degrees. And huddled up in the van right now with my heater, getting warmed up, getting ready to go ride with all these people.
My name's Jay Lorenzo. I'm from Taunton, Massachusetts. I've been riding for pretty much since I was 18. I'm 52 now with a little hiatus in the middle. I mean, it was just incredible the whole day. Funniest was when I took a bad line and got stuck in a mud hole. That was stupid. But other than that, I mean, it was just great all day. Cole's picture of my wife getting air off of a little natural jump was incredible. I loved it. I loved seeing her get involved. Really, really appreciated Russell spending time with my wife to teach her some cornering techniques. She didn't ask for it. She was just playing around, and Russ went over there and, you know, spent a little time with her, and that meant a lot. It was worth the price of admission for sure. Plan for day 2 was manage my energy, well, I tried to manage my energy great yesterday, but manage my energy, have another awesome day. The weather looks amazing. None of us are freezing this morning, so I'm just pumped. I can't wait. I'm ready to go. Let's do this.
My name is Patty Lorenzo. I'm from Taunton, Mass, and I've been riding since 2003. I love the freedom, the challenge, and just being out in nature and just doing something that most people don't want to do. So because I'm short, I asked for to have it lowered, a lowered seat. Obviously they sprung it for my weight, and I did the recluse because just all day of riding, I just fatigue in my hands very easily. So that is a huge bonus, is having that. And so when I get into the technical, I can still use the clutch, but I don't have to, use it as much. I can be lazy when I'm tired. The terrain was awesome. Lots of elevation changes. I was challenged with downhills, uphills, things that I don't normally see in Massachusetts and in the New England area. It was just epic. I can't say enough. These guys put on a great ride. They're very thorough. They gave me riding tips, which was fantastic.
Hey, I'm Fred Neal. I'm from Wichita Falls, Texas. Been riding pretty much all my life, probably since I was age 9, and now I'm at 53. So this weekend was a great ride. Friday was really cold, but we still had fun, and it just got better every day with the temperature. Both properties we rode on were fantastic, varying terrains. It's got just a little bit of everything out here. The bike I rode was a KTM 350 EXC. I normally ride a KTM 300 TPI two-stroke, so I was worried about, how it would adapt to the bike, but I came in on Friday, I'll set the sag, we made a few adjustments, and the bike handled really well. The suspension really stood out. It handled all the terrain real well, hit all the hard hits, and the bike really handled well.
My name is Matt Adams. I'm from Sussex, Wisconsin. Been riding dirt bikes for about 5.5 years now. Snow on the ground back home. There's no real riding at home other than ice racing. I wanted to come and, ride some gnarly terrain, meet some new people, get out of my comfort zone, and see some new riding areas. I was impressed with the amount of variety, and each section of the property had different vegetation. We saw really cool wildlife while we were out there, drainages, all different kinds of rock outcroppings, much bigger panoramic views than I had expected for West Texas, so it's really cool.
Wow.